Hello, welcome to Career Corner at the Idea Center. I'm Dr. Wendy Flint, Director. Today we're going to discuss the format and design of resumes. What is the purpose of a resume? Well, it does showcase your experiences and a little bit about who you are, but mostly the purpose of a resume is to get you an interview. It gets your foot in the door. It impresses the recruiter and the hiring manager that they want to meet you. Here are some highlights of a good resume. It is a summary of your accomplishments. It's clean, clear, and concise, and it's easy to read. Employers only spend 20 seconds on a resume, so you need to make it easy for them to scan. The formatting is so important. It gets their attention right away if it's one page, 10 to 12 point font, a 3/4 to 1 inch border, and consistent spacing, consistent dates, and consistent punctuation throughout. If you have a smaller border, it looks too crowded and the white space just doesn't look right. Here's what good formatting looks like. The header at the top, nice headers for every section of the resume, all the dates to the right, and nice clean bullet points under each experience. This is not so good formatting. Notice everything is to the left, there's no dates. It's very crowded and difficult to read. I can assure you from my experience of working in HR departments, this resume would be put to the side and not considered immediately. What not to include on a resume. Do not put your address. It is not considered safe anymore to have your address. Yes, you can have your phone number and your email, but we don't want people in a company having the private information of where you live unless you put it in the secure application at the company. Do not put a photo on your resume. It's not appropriate. And no references, please. For the same safety and security reasons, we should not be putting our friends and relatives' address and phone numbers on a document that could be left on a desk somewhere. If the company wants references, they will ask you, and again, you will put them in a secure location online. No errors or typos, or your resume will be discounted again immediately. Think about the 1-3 rule, 3 sections to a resume when you're constructing it. The top third is the header, the summary, and your education. The middle third is all your work experience or volunteer work, and the last third are extras like leadership, involvements, projects, and special skills. The header simply has your name and your contact information. I would make your name larger so that it becomes a standout when compared to other resumes. Again, you put your phone number, your email, and your LinkedIn address. A professional statement or summary summarizes your skills that gets the recruiter's attention and makes them want to read more on the rest of your resume or your cover letter. Let's read this one. Innovative, team-oriented, and results-driven individual with strong interpersonal and communication skills. Ability to apply marketing strategies with creative applications to reach and influence new audiences. The first sentence is a general statement of skills and characteristics. The second statement is customized to the job that this person is applying for, which must be kind of a social media type job in marketing. Education comes next. You list your school, degree, expected graduation date, extras like relevant coursework if you have room, and add additional section for any certifications or clinicals. Education looks like this. You put your Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Science at the top, the title of your degree, your expected graduation actually goes to the right if it's justified on this resume, and then George Fox University, Newberg, Oregon, and you can put your GPA if it's necessary. For example, if you're applying in education or in engineering, they usually want a GPA. If your GPA is less than 3 point, then I would not include it. Most organizations do not think about GPAs when hiring. And then for that marketing position, here's the relevant coursework: persuasive communication, small group communication, principles of marketing, social media, graphic design, because hiring managers don't know for sure what courses you've taken at your university. So this helps them see the education that you received as applicable to the job. The middle third is experience, and this is where you want title, the name of the organization or company, the date range, and the bullet points of accomplishment and focus statements of what you worked on. Experience bullets look like this. The title first: I was a youth development staff member. Where was it at? The YMCA in Salem, Oregon. And to the right, it was every summer, so it's summers 2013 to 2015. And then it starts with action verbs: coordinated, motivated, collaborated, with detailed information of what the person did on the job. Bullet points focus on what you accomplished. It's not just a list of duties and responsibilities. It needs to be an action item so the recruiter can see what you did on the job. So use a strong action verb to start each bullet point. Quantify as much as possible if there were any numbers or percentages that you achieved. Be specific and include a few details as long as you have room on the resume. And you only want 3 or 4 bullet points for your most recent position, and then 2 or 3 for any additional jobs. Bullet points are transferable skills. So you can put an action verb, responsibility, and results of places you worked at, like a restaurant, retail. It doesn't have to be a job that relates totally to your major. You have transferable skills from every job or volunteer work you've done. You could write waited tables, opened and closed restaurant, but a better way to state it would be provided customer service to patrons of high traffic cafe, opened and closed restaurant. That's good, but we can make this even better. You can really impress the hiring manager by showcasing what you did at the restaurant. How about this? Provided quality customer service to patrons of high traffic cafe during lunch and dinner shifts. Develop loyal return clientele. Boy, you must have been pretty good. And totaled up to $300 in tips per shift. And finally, selected by manager to open and close the restaurant, which means the manager found you highly responsible. Here's a list of action verbs for all the different tasks and jobs you did in an organization. So you can start each bullet point with a unique one. You've received a resume packet in your course, or you can contact the Idea Center for the resume packet that includes all these action verbs. Here again is a list of experiences. Please note that the most recent should be first, and then chronological order to the oldest, most past experience being last. You put the date range. If you're still working at the job, you can put present. Remember to put what you did first, the name of the company second with the city and the state, and then the bullet points starting with the action verbs. If you're still doing that job and you're still doing that task, it would end in ing, like creating, rather than a past job, which would be created. Now we're on to the lower third, the last third of your resume. This is where you can put extras in, additional technical skills, a special project you worked on, maybe with a team in your course, or a project that was research for example, engineering or biology, and then volunteer experience, and then any awards you may have received, such as you were on the Dean's List. Tailor your resume for each job. It's important to review the job description thoroughly and see if there's some skills they're looking for that you may have that you didn't include on your first resume. So you want to customize each one and then save it under the name of that company so you can refer to it later. Highlight the skills and requirements in each job. Include those keywords. Customize each resume. If you'd like some help doing that at the Idea Center, under resumes, you can find a program called Resume Worded. It's a lot of fun. You copy and paste the job description and put it on one side of this tool, and then you copy and paste your resume and put it on the other side, and then you run it and it gives you a report. It gives you a score of how well your resume would have done applying for that job, and it also tells you some of the words that were missing. You can also find examples of resumes out at the Ideas Center website. That's it. Please reach out to us. We'd be happy to assist you in every way we can. And you can go to Handshake to register for an appointment with one of our career coaches.